Spirit Blossom Springs casts Ari as the proprietor of the titular Spirit Blossom Hot Springs, the shrewd operator of a bathhouse business where her guests relax and she gets to siphon spiritual energy from their pleasant memories. It's a bit of mutual benefit energy vampirism, and honestly, that's a really interesting narrative idea for an Ari skin. But you wouldn't know any of that from the skin itself, because it's really just kind of Ari in a towel dress. She has a lovely, casually messy hair bun, some nice effects and texture work on her tails, and her spirit orb, being a nice little chill fat duckling, is an adorable detail that works really cutely in a lot of her animations. But especially from the perspective of being a full-on legendary, this is really rather unspectacular. Spirit Blossom Springs is straight up a fan service skin line, and from that perspective, Ari feels kind of conservative, honestly. She shows some thigh, there's a little bit of cleavage, but this is hardly the sexiest thing in her skin catalog. There's something to be said for the chill, casual, hot springs vibe of this. It has its own kind of appeal, but it just isn't very interesting or provocative or risque. Honestly, if they'd played to her character here and dressed her up as a bathhouse owner, maybe with a little bit of cleavage and a dress with a slit up the thigh, like respectable but a little sexy about it, and then played into the slightly predatory femme fatale fantasy of a bathhouse owner who is eager to please you because your pleasure gives her energy, there'd be something there. But that's, I guess, basically what the After Hours version is trying to do, and they locked that one behind f***ass gotcha bullshit. What we're left with is a fanservice skin which isn't doing a good job of communicating her character in the concept, which isn't taking advantage of that character to make her titillating or interesting, and which isn't particularly risque or sexy. Like, I've seen perfume ads with more erotic tension to it than this. What the skin does have is some baseline nice animation and decent spell effects, but that's table stakes for a legendary. That's the bare minimum, and I don't think this skin is doing anything to rise above that.